Steven,
what's the episode for today?
We're playing superheroes.
That's my idea.
Not my idea.
This is the first take that we're doing this?
I think so.
Definitely the first take.
Definitely
Wait, I
first
didn't even
take.
say hi. Welcome back to Two and a Half Brothers.
Well, we already
we're
messed
putting
up.
it now.
Oh, say
Hi,
that.
welcome back to Two and a Half Brothers.
Hey, here we go.
Good cold open.
Cold open. That was our cold
Alright.
open.
That was definitely first take as well.
Yep. Not the seventh.
You said we're doing superheroes.
We're doing superheroes.
Oh.
Tim, I'm gonna do it better than you. I'm gonna do my own thing.
Okay,
Nah,
yeah.
I'm gonna do my own
I was
thing.
gonna say Tim did an episode similar, and that was the rigged episode, so I won regardless.
Yep.
So,
Steven's gonna minus 30 points for me right
probably just because of that, or he's just gonna make me lose just for the hell of it,
now. Yeah.
which I think will be funny.
I mean, you're supposed to have -1 for something, but I forget what it was. So you're good.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's for saying the G word.
No. For one of the episodes, I got real mad at him, and I told him, "You get -1 every day, even when we're not recording the podcast."
I forgot what.
I
I'd have to
cannot
go back
remember.
and listen.
Yeah.
So, anyways, it is superhero time, but it's going to be a little bit more restrictive, a little less restrictive in some areas.
So what exactly are we doing?
Do you want to go first or second?
Well, do you want to explain what we are doing first?
No.
I guess I'll go second. Let Tim get the suffering since he was the one who rigged the episode first. Sound like a good idea?
Nah, but I'm good with it.
All right, sweet. I also love your Appa hat, by the way.
I love it.
Oh, it's so
Avatar is
simple.
probably my favorite TV show of all time.
I don't blame you. It's so good.
All right, Tim. So the first thing you are writing down is you are writing down blood absorption.
Blood absorption.
Oh.
And right below that, I want you to write down.
Is this all being in the episode?
Yep.
I want you to write down whatever Jedi mind tricks count as. Not full hypnosis, but power of suggestion, maybe.
Alright.
Manipulation?
I like suggestion
Mental
better.
suggestion.
Okay.
All right. Now below that, you need to start another 2.
Okay.
I want you to write down. Regrowable limbs.
Regeneration.
No, just limbs though.
Regeneration of limbs. Alright.
All right, and then the one right below that, I need you to write down. Unstoppable momentum.
Oh! Wait, it's past 2 minutes. Oh shit, it's the Juggernaut!
I'm the fucking juggernaut.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
All right.
Definitely was not the first take.
No. We haven't sworn at all. I can stop anytime.
I can stop anytime I want.
All right. For another power, I want you to write down Earth manipulation.
Tough. Definitely tough.
Yep.
And storm manipulation.
Ooh.
Okay.
And for the last 2,
So this is 2, 2, 2, and 2?
yes.
Okay, just making sure.
All right. For the last 2, you get. Come on, these powers are bad right now. Give me a minute. I'm sorry.
Alright, everyone. Steven gets plus 5 points for taking
Existing.
too long.
All right. It's not my fault that I had to find a wheel to do this thing.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right.
All right. Okay. One is a lot of guns.
A lot of guns.
A lot of guns.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And
Who's had enough?
And the other one is pyrokinesis.
Ooh, okay.
Sick.
All right, so Nick, you decide to go second. Tim, that first list, pick one of those.
Of the first two?
Of the first two.
For myself or him?
You picked one of those for yourself.
Blood absorption.
So you get blood absorption. Write that down somewhere. Like, can you make a section for you and Nick?
Yeah.
Hello, Carnage.
I don't think Carnage has blood powers, does he?
No.
I mean, if you have, like, a small cut in your finger, he can, like...
And then what was the other one that wasn't blood
Mental
absorption?
suggestion.
Nick, you get mental suggestion. And then you get to pick on the second list.
Mental suggestion is,
Jedi mind tricks.
Okay.
Regeneration of limbs or unstoppable momentum?
Unstoppable momentum.
Tim, you get regeneration of limbs. And then you get to pick from the third ones, which were...
Storm or earth manipulation? I call earth.
Yeah, I saw that coming. Give me Storm.
Then you get storm manipulation.
You're writing all this down for each other, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then
And
Nick, you get to pick the last ones.
A lot of guns or pyrokinesis?
It's Human Torch time.
I didn't say that.
But I'm basically saying pyrokinesis.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Now you each have 4 powers, right?
Yes.
I want you guys to do your best to condense them into one cohesive power that includes all 4 in some way. If that is at all possible.
All right. I don't know how to combine a lot of guns into earth manipulation. But...
Simple. You have guns that like control the earth almost.
I got it.
Nick, are you thinking at all?
I'm gonna need to see my list again. So
Mental suggestion.
I have the Jedi mind tricks.
You have unstoppable momentum,
Okay.
storm manipulation, and pyrokinesis.
So the storm manipulation and the pyrokinesis can work easily together.
Yep.
That's
Correct.
2 of the 4 elements.
You can also combine them into 2 powers if that's easier. But
2 powers, I think, is much easier.
Yeah.
All right.
2 powers. Is...
Okay. So, 2 powers, right?
yes.
Earth manipulation is... I'm going to combine that with blood absorption. I'm going to use the minerals in the earth to absorb blood.
So blood of like dead things.
And like if I make something bleed, I can basically absorb it with dirt and bring it to myself.
Okay,
Or
okay.
use it as a
That's
weapon.
powerful. That's powerful.
Yep. And then limb regeneration and lots of guns.
So that means that you... Okay. Let me explain it a little bit further. The way you just explained that, you lose any actual manipulation of the earth, but you can absorb blood from a distance.
Yes, and I can absorb blood and use it.
However you use your blood powers.
Yes. And then...
But you no longer have, like, earth bending.
No longer like earth bending, but I'm basically turning into like blood bending, where I can use the earth and combine it with the blood to like...
Correct.
And then limb regeneration and lots of guns. I can regenerate my limbs into any kind of weapon that I choose.
I like that. So
Okay.
write that down for better and
Yeah.
then tell the audience what you got.
Yeah. Let's see. So I'm gonna do earth / blood blending.
Blah, blah, blah.
The blah blah blah.
Earth / blood bending.
Earth / blood bending.
And then I'm gonna do can turn
Limbs into gun.
limbs into weaponry.
That sounds like a dope power.
It really does.
Kind of like Kevin 11 almost. Can he turn his thing into a blade or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he picks up a piece of metal and he turns his arm into like a full blade.
Yeah, I didn't know if he could actually do the blade part or
Yeah,
it was
he
just
can.
metal.
He can.
You can. So I'm basically an Osmosian.
Very
Love it.
good.
All right. So
You actually are almost an Osmosian.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Now, Nick.
Nick.
Do you want to hand the binder to Nick so he can look at his stuff?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
All right. So I've thought of the thing between the pyrokinesis.
The thing?
Yes.
So,
Here's
say,
the thing.
say the line, Nick.
So here's the thing. There we go. I said it. Round of applause, everyone. Thank you. All right. So I have the storm manipulation and pyrokinesis, which I can combine the two. Call it natural disaster.
Natural disaster. Explain it though.
So, with that, I can cause like any change of the weather. I can cause any sort of natural disaster, which being a
Little strong.
tsunami.
You're
That's
a little
strong.
strong.
Yeah.
You're not like an Omega level hero.
Well, yeah. Well, natural disaster, like a small little portion.
He can create like
small portions of like
he can create
a small
storms.
natural
He
disaster.
can create storms.
Small storms from my hands.
I like the natural disaster kind of thing, but the way that you're explaining it, it's too powerful.
Yeah.
Dumb it down just a tad.
So from my hands, I can create like a small portion of a natural disaster, being like small wildfires. Or is that too powerful?
I don't know. The problem is, it's just
You're
stuff
giving me
that
storm
happens.
manipulation and pyrokinesis.
Exactly, and I'm telling you to be creative, not literally meld the two together.
Well,
Like what Tim was. You think a lot of guns and limb regeneration meant...
how about this? I can make.
Try combining the other two and see what happens.
Combine the other two first.
So Juggernaut and pyrokinesis. So let's see. Every time I ram into someone, they get burnt.
You leave behind fire as you run.
Ooh,
The trail of
yeah,
fire.
there we
as
go.
you-
I
as you
like
run.
that. There we
And
go.
you can run through things. Yeah.
I call that hot rod.
And you get hotter as you the
Yeah.
longer you run.
So I'm basically just a running Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda, okay?
Okay. And the mental.
Write that down, by the way.
Okay. So
Nice catch. Good
catch.
That's a good catch.
yeah, that was a really good catch. All right, I caught it in between my fingers, like as I'm holding my pen.
Where's
right
my
now.
booze?
It's directly behind it.
I'm drinking whiskey.
Yeah. All right. What did I suggest? Hot rod.
Hot rod.
Hot Rod, I like that name too.
Hot rod, and so I have storm manipulation and mental suggestion, which is gonna be a tricky one.
I can think of one, but you lose a point if you ask for Steven help.
I will not ask you for your help first, but I can say so. Storm manipulation, with each droplet, so as rain falls, the more rain hits you, the more you're under my control for a small portion of the time.
Because you're not really because it's mental manipulation, not mind control.
Yeah.
That's kind of dumb.
I would say something along the lines of like almost like weather report where you can create storms in certain areas, and in those certain areas I would say something like people are more suggestive.
I got a better one. You know what?
Yeah, I'll take the -1.
Alright.
What do you have?
Not a literal storm, a mental storm. You make it so that their mind just becomes extremely foggy and they cannot remember what they were doing.
Ooh.
That's nice.
All right, I'll take that.
Just call it. You know what?
The fog.
The fog.
Brainwave!
I call it. And so hot rod / the fog.
Great job, Professor.
Tony, I didn't do shit. Me and Steven quote
Do
that on
that
the
every day
video.
on the way into work.
Nice.
You take the left and I take the right.
All right, perfect. Now, Tim, I want you to draw a logo for yourself.
Oh.
Nick, you're drawing a logo next, and I need you to come up with your superhero name while he's drawing his logo.
Oh, God. All right.
The back page for this.
So I need the superhero name for all 4 of those powers.
Well, I mean, it's technically 2 powers now, you just melded. But come up with a name that fits. And you can't have dead silence, so just start rambling.
yeah, okay, so I have hot rod and the fog.
The fog, which
All right.
is running hot.
Running, hot. This is gonna be difficult.
It doesn't have to be like
The foggy rush. Oh, I'm rambling some shit now.
Yeah, no, that one ain't it, Chief.
No, I agree. That's not. I'm not good with coming up with things on the spot,
That's exactly what this podcast is, Nick, is coming up with things on the spot.
and I lose most of those episodes.
You know what? You just lost the game.
Fuck.
Fuck. No, I'm never gonna be a part of this episode again.
Alright, then. I guess we'll just get the Joker and Tim to do this episode. You know, that's a bad idea. Nick, please come up with something instead.
Okay. So hot rod, the fog, mind, So involving mind.
But I mean, like, not all superhero names involve their powers. Like Professor X.
Yeah.
Tell me how that involves his power.
Yeah, fair
Because
enough.
he's an ex-walker.
Captain Planet. Nah. That already.
Captain what?
Ooh.
Captain Deadpool. Nope.
No, just Deadpool.
Just Deadpool.
Just Deadpool. Good reference. Good reference.
All right, Nick, you got anything?
Do I have anything? Do I have anything?
Come on, I know you can be creative. Just say the first thing that comes to your mind.
This is really rough, but there's one thing in particular I wanted to.
The red captain.
The Red Captain, okay.
Sure.
This is something that I wanted to incorporate. I basically drew the Earth symbol from Avatar with arms sticking out of it. One of them has a big mace on the end. One of them has a rocket launcher, basically a big bazooka.
That's good, that's good. You forgot blood, though. Anyways, Nick, your turn to draw. Wait, can you write down his superhero name?
What was it?
It should be on the other page. where
Red
you guys
Captain.
have the thing.
Red Captain. My shits. Every time I fart, it just engulfs in like an endless flame of
You
fire.
had Taco Bell last night. Not special.
The taco terrorist.
Did I lose that pen I just had? Really?
Yeah.
You gave it to me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
So I guess I need to come with my
Your name, well, he's drawing his logo.
I have it. I have it.
You have it?
The Bloody Baron.
Bloody Baron. Okay, okay.
Either that or Bloodzuka.
It's Bloodzuka.
It's Bloodzuka. That was my first thought, and then I went to Bloody Baron because I love Harry Potter.
Also, what does your blood absorption actually do for you? We never actually talked about
Well,
that.
basically, I'm just like
Is it just like healing?
yeah.
And you can make more stronger weapons the more blood you use.
Yeah.
So you got like a tank almost.
Yeah, pretty much. Self-healing and big weapons.
I am heavy weapons guy.
I am heavy weapons guy.
And this.
And this is a bucket.
Dear God.
There's more.
no.
Nope.
Hey Joker. Hey, what
No
were you
Joker.
here?
No.
I'll go back into the walls.
Where you belong.
Till next time, buggers!
Buggers or
Buggers.
buggers?
Alright, Nick, how are we looking on that?
Give me 1 second. This is just the base of it.
Yeah, no, it's obviously a rough draft.
Yeah.
This episode is
So-
brought to you by Crown Royal Blackberry.
No. Oh, that's bad.
So something like this.
Alright, and that's
Alright.
like fire out of the back,
Fire
right?
and a shield,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Cool. I like it.
And it's like moving fast.
Yeah.
Uh,
Speed lines.
also
I understand, I
indicing
understand.
fog.
Alright.
Alright, I'm gonna write down my name. Bloodzuka.
Bloodzuka. I love that.
Perfect. How are we looking on time, by the way, Nick?
We're at 18 minutes, 19 minutes about.
Yep.
Alright, not bad, not bad. 19 minutes.
You're doing pretty
Okay,
good.
so the next part is not all superheroes are created all powerful. What are your guys'
Weaknesses.
weakness?
Okay, I like this.
A rainy day.
Okay, Nick, remember when I said to say your
Be
first
creative.
thought?
Yeah.
Think about your first thought a little bit more. Let it marinate just a tad. Tim, I'm going to let you take this one first because
Yes,
Nick
please.
needs the help.
Okay, let's see. My weakness. I want something to do with blood absorption. It mostly works like type O blood works the best, and type AB negative works the least for me.
It doesn't work at all.
It doesn't work at all because that one is the universal receiver, not universal donator. Blood type O is universal donator.
All right, so you want to list down the bloods from their effective to least effective?
Yeah.
Just write that in your power scheme.
Okay, so I'm thinking of mine based more off weather. So on a sunny day,
You can get hotter.
I can get hotter, but my mental storm doesn't really
Work as well.
Work as well. On a cloudy or rainy day, my mental storm is more powerful, but my hot rods aren't as effective.
I actually like that.
All right,
Do you want to write that down for him?
1 sec, I was not paying attention.
it's all good.
You're actually gonna like his. He actually came around with the weather thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So here's my idea. So I want you to listen good.
Yeah.
So on a sunny day, my hot rod powers are boosting more,
Okay.
but my mental fog isn't as effective.
Ooh.
On a cloudy or rainy day, my mental fog is like at its peak, while my hot rod is not as effective.
dark day,
And then nighttime
Better.
you just get screwed.
fog,
Correct. Not,
That's not real. That's not real.
yeah.
sunny day. Better hot rod.
But
All
taking
right.
taking inspiration from Avatar, my most powerful is on the solstice.
Ooh.
Eh.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
There is one more thing though. I need you to come up with a weakness for each other.
Oh God.
Just remember, if you're mean, he can be twice as mean and say you're weak to like
Yeah,
air.
but he's dumb. He doesn't have good imagination.
Nick,
fuck?
Nick, make him weak to air.
Because good air up high.
Good hair up high.
Unless he's up high, he doesn't get good air.
Oh wait, what is your powers, Tim?
So I have like an earth / blood bending thing where the blood.
Okay, so literally you being in the air actually is your weakness. You not touching the ground.
Well, that's just earthbending. That's just a normal weakness. I need like
Yeah.
something that makes him especially weak, like an object almost.
So we're making our own kryptonite.
Basically a kryptonite.
Basically, we're creating a
Copper, just like Megamind.
All right, Tim, why don't you go first so that you can give him time to
Yeah,
think.
no, because then I want to be mean to him, and I don't want him to be too mean to me.
He's not gonna. Nick,
I'm not gonna.
make
you-
it
you're-
fair each other.
I'll make it fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kids, calm down. Your
Ladies,
powers both
ladies,
suck.
you're both pretty. Can I go home now?
Good reference.
God. So Nick,
Yes.
with your ability of having a hot rod,
Yes.
if you're barefoot, the hot rod is effective towards you. So you.
So I get hurt if I'm barefoot.
You get hurt. You get hurt if you're using your hot rod barefoot because you catch fire.
I like that.
Okay.
All right. With your blood manipulations, you lose a bit of stamina each time you cut off a limb.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
You lose some of your own reserves.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
And I think you do have to cut off the limb to get it, right?
Yes.
You're like arm tearaway man.
I'm like the detachable kid. Yeah.
Like the chameleon
Majin
from the
Buu.
boys.
Yeah, like Chameleon.
Or Majin Buu.
Or Majin Buu, Laffy Taffy Man.
Okay, perfect. So you guys are pretty powerful, but not too powerful, and then you got some pretty good weaknesses.
Yeah.
I want you guys to do two more things for me.
Yes.
First one is, you guys, do you have any special items, like a shield?
A weapon.
An augmentation of some sort?
I guess I can have a shield since that's part of my logo.
I've got a blood bag with me.
Okay,
it's a
I
bu-
like his shield. What the hell's a blood bag?
So like an IV bag similar to like what they use in the hospitals.
I
No.
don't think you need that for your powers, though. You can just naturally...
That's true. I can actually take that. Let's see. I guess what I will do is I've got like a Rambo style fucking like ammo
Full of
belt.
blood.
Yeah, ammo belt full of blood.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
But it's not enough blood to, like, be overpowered.
No, it's just enough like where if I'm like on death's door, I have like little stim packs basically.
Yeah,
So
okay.
you're making bloodborne blood vials.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Did I tell you guys what the last thing was?
No, you did not.
Tell me about your costumes.
Ooh.
Oh God.
And I'm assuming you're both heroes, right? Or try to be heroes?
Yeah. I'd say we try to be heroes. Ooh, this is good.
I'd say.
Oh, so that's what you were thinking was called a bandolier.
Is that called a bandolier? I just know it as the Rambo sash. This is kind of tough because I've always thought about something like this where if I were to have a superhero costume, what would it be? I would say mine would have to be something along the lines of like Creati from My Hero, where I have like my like mostly my arms exposed.
Yeah.
Like my arms and my legs are like both kind of exposed. I have like a unitard. I have Plastic Man's onesie on minus the limbs.
So you're wearing just a onesie?
I'm wearing a leotard.
Okay.
I'm wearing a red and silver leotard.
So not much in way of protection for you.
No.
Nick?
So I'm wearing a full, late, like, kind of like standard, like, one.
Unitard, not leotard.
Just say military outfit. I know you want to.
No, I'm not. I wasn't thinking military outfit, honestly. Although, actually, thinking about it now, I might incorporate like some sort of. So it's a OCP style army getup, but instead of like the green, it's red all over, and I have like a symbol on here where the American flag would usually be on the right. It would be my
logo.
My logo, yes.
So you're kind of Captain America, but kind of not Captain America.
Correct.
All right, last thing,
Yeah.
and then we decide the winner.
Okay.
What's your guys' origin story?
I've thought about this so much. I have thought about this so much.
I'm at a clear disadvantage.
I have written starts of superhero stories where I would have wanted my own origin story.
All right, you get a paragraph.
I get one paragraph.
So
Okay.
4 sentences. Nick, start thinking.
I'm thinking.
Okay.
Also, you
I'm just trying to condense this.
can you write it down at all?
Are we?
I'll
can
write
we-
down like a summary of it because I
Just
can't
write
write the
a
whole
summary.
thing. Yet.
Can we incorporate like stuff from Marvel, DC into our backstory, or completely new?
Completely new.
Okay.
But something similar can happen. Like you can say, "Oh, gamma radiation."
Right. Okay. So this I've kind of taken from the what's his fucking name? Robot Man from DC. I
Okay.
took a little bit of this where I get in a severe car crash and there's this like foreign doctor with this like almost like super soldier serum thing that he kind of rebuilds me, and my arms and legs are kind of like Inspector Gadget type thing where they look normal but I can cut them off and regenerate them.
So you're RoboCop almost.
I'm RoboCop. I didn't even think about that because I've never seen RoboCop, but
That's basically what happens.
okay.
So write that down, Nick.
All right, so my character is a legit captain in the military. He's leading a troop in Iraq right now. No wars going on at the moment. He takes part of an experimental plan, which will strengthen him by some unknown organization.
Okay.
So he ends up gaining his hot rod ability from that unknown organization by chemicals and gas into tubes, the unknown substances, and
So he did a shit ton of drugs, is what you're saying.
yes,
He got the Deadpool treatment.
in a way, yes. But later on, he goes back because he wants to get himself fixed. But when he goes back and undergoes another treatment, he gains the mental fog.
I like that. But
Okay.
shouldn't you have something a little bit more to do with the weather since that's your weakness?
Yeah. Ooh, like I'm thinking Frankenstein style. Like as the experiment was going on, I get,
The second one, probably.
yeah. During the second one, my test tube gets struck by lightning.
Test tube. What do you think you are, saying?
I don't know. Test something. My chambers that I was getting tested on, I get struck by lightning.
You just get struck by lightning.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
it corrupts everything.
And it melds your powers together almost.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, perfect. So, how do you guys like your superheroes?
I like him.
I like him. But he's
Did you guys
okay.
come up with a name? Yeah, you did. I
Yeah,
forgot.
Bloodzuka and Red Captain.
Mm-hmm.
So, I bet you guys are wondering who the winner is about this point, right?
Yeah, kinda.
What if I told you that I'm hosting again next week? A continuation to this episode.
What? We can do that?
I didn't know we could do that.
All
We
right.
can do that. Because I said so.
You know
We're
what?
going to be putting your guys in a world where superheroes exist and seeing how they fare. Sort of like the pirate episode.
Oh, no.
Dear God.
There's
Can I bring
more.
my dice?
Maybe. I don't know how I'm going to do this yet.
Okay.
I mean, we already have dice over here. We have plenty of them.
Yeah, but I want my dice.
Yeah. It's
Your dice aren't special.
My dice are very special. You saw what happened.
You threw it in the trash.
Not that dice.
So anyways, for this mini episode, I did do some points. Do you guys want to know these points right now?
No, carry them over for next time.
Sure.
I think we should say them in this episode just so
Ah.
that they're recorded for next time.
All right. I'm down for that.
All right. Tim, you get -1 for that fucking bullshit we pulled the last superhero episode.
Yeah. I saw that coming.
Then you get +1 for being my bitch this episode and writing shit for me.
Okay.
So he's back at 0.
Then you get -1 for stuttering.
Yeah.
+3 for the X-Walker joke.
Yep.
Then you get +1 for your Megamind.
for being what?
You said something related to Megamind at some point, and I gave
Oh,
you a point for that.
I said, ladies, you're both pretty. Can I go home now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick, you get -1 for being a pussy for not going first.
Fair enough. I don't.
-1 for being on your phone for a lot of the episode. You get +1 for... I can't read my own writing. Oh, here's the thing.
All right.
You get +2 for... I cannot remember what that joke is.
It was definitely a joke.
Here's the thing. What? Catch?
I don't know.
Oh, he caught the,
Oh, the
he got
catch.
pen.
No, the pen, yes.
The pen catch.
You get -1 for... There's a reason I had you be my bitch this episode. You just get -1 because I said so.
All right. Fair enough. I'll take it.
And then you got +4 for good pair or something. God pair?
God pair.
God pair.
Goo pair? I don't know.
Probably relating to my powers, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, probably good pairing of powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the -1 is because you asked for help. That's what
yeah,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, that makes
Okay.
sense.
So, 1, 1...
As Steven does math.
You have 3 points so
I have
far.
3 points.
I've got like 1.
How many points does Tim have?
You actually have 5.
How do I have 5?
All right. So
Alright.
you're currently in the lead.
Write them down somewhere. Ladies, save that notebook.
We're
Use them
saving
again
it.
next episode.
Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Steven.
You're welcome.
We'll see you guys in the next part of this episode.
You should
Where
get -1
I'm
for
the-
stuttering.
Where I'm the host again.
Yeah?
We already closed off points. Sucks to be sucked.
Damn.
So
So
I can-
it's not like
I
last
can
episode?
stutter as much as
Nope.
I want now.
All right.
Wait! I can do it.
What are you gonna do?
I just want to talk about this real quick. I'm really close to finishing Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
Yeah. And right now I'm at the point where he who must not be named is teaching Goten and Trunks how to fuse. So they're about to be Gotenks.
Oh,
I
nice.
appreciate you not saying the name. You would have lost points for next episode.
Yeah, I figured. I was about to, but then I was like, wait, this might carry over.
Did you see me pulling out the pen?
No.
But
But yes, he who must not be named is teaching Goten and Trunks how to
the
be
fusion
Gotenks.
The-
Very
You know the
excited.
best part about me being the host? I can say his name.
That's
that
true.
is true.
I'm not gonna.
But you couldn't.
Anyways, see you guys for part 2.
Part 2.
Bye.